Oh, I'm not plugged in.
It's just the John show.
That's what I get. Here we go.
Yes, that is
Am I on now?
what you get. Yes, we're on
So
now.
was this microphone still working and I just couldn't?
Yeah, the
Okay, that's what it was.
microphone's working. It's all good.
This is great because you do not hear anything else going on. So if the cat was,
Scratching at the door.
yeah, he would be destroying it right now. We don't really hear it. So first of all, let's start off with some gratitude while we're in here.
Do it.
Hey, we were going to talk about doing that paragraph too.
Yeah.
Doing a paragraph of things we're grateful for. So
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
just
yeah.
do that right now. So
do
first of all, I'm grateful that we're in here. This is a world record.
Yeah, you usually use them all up. The
Okay,
gratefuls.
you start
I'm
then.
grateful for the awesome looking weather we're having today. The sun is shining. I feel fantastic. I'm grateful for that sleep. That was pretty good sleep.
Like a rock.
Yeah.
That
Some
was
of us,
like
anyways. We'll
yeah.
get into that.
Yeah. Hey,
What are you grateful for?
I'm grateful that it is also a beautiful day out today. It's like I love summertime. I love that it's getting nice out. I'm grateful for the colors that I get to see. I'm grateful for everybody in here listening to what we're going to talk about today. I'm grateful for, I'm just grateful for breathing. I am grateful for just breathing.
Are you grateful for them slippers there too?
Yeah, I like them. They make me happy.
They're awesome. I'm also grateful you guys are back for another episode of Plantspiration Unplugged. We're John and Stefanie Ignoffo, founders of Plantspiration. We started at a nonprofit to help people go plant-based, crush their chronic disease, help the animals and the planet. So rock on.
That's what this is all about, actually. People know us for losing 250 pounds as a family. I was pretty bent out of shape that people weren't talking about it. It wasn't on TV or doctors weren't talking about it. So I thought, you know what? Let's just become plant-based nutrition experts. Let's start a nonprofit. Let's start teaching people nutrition education and how to make diet and lifestyle changes to actually get healthy. So welcome back. We're our Plantspiration Unplugged episode 27.
Oh, wow.
27, and thank you everybody. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. We're super grateful. We just hit 28,428 followers.
Wow. What?
Yeah, that's how many followers are on YouTube.
Holy cow.
28,428.
Whoa.
So when
That's awesome.
see what I mean? So when people say like, what gets you motivated? What keeps you going?
Wow, that there.
That's success. That's people listening
That is
to
awesome.
more
Thank you guys.
of
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. This is how people are doing it, and the numbers keep growing. More and more people are joining us. So thank you for that. Thank you for listening.
Right. People are listening to this and yeah, joining the community. It's amazing.
Because people are crushing it. It's
And they
not
want
just
to
a
crush it.
diet.
They're like, are these guys really crushing? I'm going to go find out.
We kind of are.
Yeah, we are. And that's what they
I'm
find
allowed to
out.
be proud of myself. We're allowed to be proud of ourselves.
We should. Yeah, no, that's
A lot of
awesome.
people
We
don't
did.
do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What are you proud of this week? Like, how was your week, by the way?
Wow. It was a lot. It was a lot. It was great.
Honestly, that was a real deep
was-
breath. Like,
yeah.
let's be real.
Yeah.
We can't keep coming in here and being like, oh, this is
Yeah.
I said this morning, I go, I just feel like I want to talk about just everything, just like what is going on?
Right.
What the heck? So I wasn't really motivated, but I'm committed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So we're here, but what a week.
Totally. Yeah. 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 I did a lot of just work at work. But really this week.
Work at work.
Yeah, but
Wow.
it was
That's deep.
cleaning out. Yeah. Well, it was just cleaning out. I ordered this 5 gallons of this cleaner stuff to clean the CNCs inside out, get all any bacteria and stuff because the coolant gets nasty, so cleaned
clean that
everything out. Oh, they're so nice. They smell fresh.
Hold on. So you were like on your hands and knees scrubbing doing stuff like this?
Everything. Yeah. I couldn't even imagine. Yeah.
That's why you said you were sore.
I'm like, yeah, all right. But we went out and did a good ride anyways.
And we
yesterday.
still got 25 miles in yesterday.
Yeah.
So hold on.
I mean, I was up, down, scrubbing. It was like
There's no
it
way
was
you
like-
could do this before.
It would have been like the equivalent of like cleaning and scrubbing like 3 conversion vans, inside and out. They're that big, these machines are huge.
Jeez. So you do know what I feel like washing the floors.
Yeah.
I
I'm
love
good.
washing the floors though. Like that's a little bit of like meditative stuff for me. I love seeing it clean. I love getting
Oh, yeah.
it's like a little bit of Pilates when I'm doing it. You see me, I'm doing like, what are those called? Lumberjacks or something?
Yeah, I know
Is
what you're
that what it
talking
is?
about. Yeah, I
Just
don't know.
I can't do anything like
I don't know if they're
seriously.
lumberjacks or whatever that is, but
I'm
I know
always
what you're
like, look at
saying.
the floors. What? Watch this.
It was like
He's
the army crawl or something, but you're,
That's when people come to the door. What are you talking about?
oh, I know.
It was so. This is what I'm saying. Could you have done this 13 years ago? Gone on a ride for one, never would have
Oh,
happened.
no, definitely
But
not.
you, at this age,
Oh,
no, I'm
gosh.
just,
Wow.
I'm just
But
kidding.
at that age, geez, I can't even. I mean, actually, I thought about it because I'm just like crushing out these machines and like cleaning them, and you're cleaning, you're working. It's manual, moving around, up, down, scrubbing this, that, bending down, working on things. And I remember building machines, that long ago and longer, in my 30s, even just being sore. Same
Yeah,
thing. You're up, you're down, you're screwing stuff together down here, bending down, you're on your knees working on this, and up,
yeah.
you're on the ladder, and
Now I know
I
why
could
on Friday
not
you were
do
like,
it.
I'm not riding today.
Yeah, I'm like,
Now I
nah.
know. Now I knowing you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You.
yeah. It was just a lot of manual moving around and really getting into it. It wasn't so much. It wasn't desk work at all. No engineering. No, really
Let me
just
ask you this.
let's get this clean. I'm getting prepped. I'm going to shop fresh for these new machines coming in.
What did you do differently to be able to keep up with this kind of stuff today? Like at your age, I mean, I'm not shy about my age. We're going to be our birthdays next week, by the way.
Yeah,
We have the same birthday.
uh-huh.
For those that didn't know,
Yeah, the
nobody knows.
same day.
Like who knows? The same day.
Yeah, yeah,
That's kind of like a story time.
for sure. Well, yeah, that is pretty cool.
What part?
It was kind of funny how the kids were when they were, like
They thought they had to marry somebody
with the same birthday.
yeah. They just grew up. We never really explained. They just were like, our parents have the same birthday, so I guess that's how you have to meet somebody
Right,
based
right.
on their same birthday. Not really sure when they made the connection, but
Yeah.
that was just a weird coincidence. And it was one of those coincidences that it was the first thing I asked you within 5 seconds of meeting you.
Yeah.
How that came out.
Yeah. How did you? That was just crazy.
Oh my God. I'm too embarrassed to say. I'm too embarrassed to say. The first thing I said to John when I met him, the whole story is just anyway, somebody from school hooked us up. They said, you gotta meet this guy.
Yeah.
And I was not allowed to have a boyfriend. I wasn't allowed to do any of that stuff. So I go over to my girlfriend's house and he shows up. And the first thing I say to him is like, what sign are you? Like, I'm trying to be cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to be, I'm 15. I'm going to be hanging out with you. I'm going to ask you what your sign is. Like, what am I doing out here? What am I doing? But you said you
Well,
were
that
going
was
to be a
funny.
Taurus.
That was funny. I'm like, yeah, I'm a Taurus. You're like, I'm a Taurus too.
Yeah. And then what's your birthday? And then
May 15th.
we
No way,
talked for
Mike.
like a year. That's how that went. We talked for like a year. That's all it
That's
was.
crazy.
And then we're here today.
Well, yeah, you were too young at the time.
Yeah, you were
So,
decent. That's why I went back. That's why I came back to you. There he is. There's the cat.
is that what they know? I thought all of a sudden we had a bird. It was such a loud scratch.
So there's
You
that
seriously
story.
want letting the cat in?
I mean,
The cat's
let's
in
just
the
see.
room?
Let's just see. Yeah,
Yep.
we're gonna have to let him in. So anyway, that's the story. That's why I thought John was a decent guy. When I dated him, he was pretty decent to me. See, now we got distracted with that. Well, you guys, that's a reality of it. So anyway, that's what I'm saying. All these years later, watching you go through all this stuff, now we know it's been the plants.
Oh, yeah, the plants. Anyways.
This is
Get
shut the door now.
TCM.
This is you guys. This is really happening. Anyway, Monday. Monday for me? I started moving.
Come here.
I moved an apartment. Kept that going. Tuesday, I was at the dentist.
Yeah.
Wednesday, we did that whole kids whole food plant based.
Oh,
See what I
that
mean?
was
This
an
whole
awesome, fun class. Yeah,
that was awesome.
great.
We had that going. My reel blew up from that because
That was
because of all the stuff I got distracted with the cat. See,
It was fun. No, I'm hearing about your week. No, he's in here. I'm
How
not
are we gonna
opening
stay
the door
focused
for
now?
him. I'm fine. Just
look at here we go. We're not going to start over. We're going to keep on going.
For
We're not
sure.
going to let him distract. Axel, cut it out. Come here.
He's good.
Come here. Oh my.
That's how cats are, everybody. You know that.
This is, anyway, I lost track of everything.
No. Your week, we were just talking about. We had a great class.
It's been a busy week.
And then, let's go. Let's go to the oral surgeon.
Don't even talk about it.
Oh my God.
I can't. We'll be talking about that. Well, I'll be talking about that next week probably. But we managed that. I managed getting my bike out. This whole thing has started off like
Yeah, you put in some miles this week.
I did. Are we going to keep going? I'm almost in that mode where I'm like, let's start over. But be honest with me.
Well, now that you said it, why? Why would you?
Okay.
This is great. This is life, man.
This is life.
I'm just trying to do a podcast, Cat. Go lay down. Your food. I gave him food so he wouldn't leave me alone. And it didn't work. He ate it all.
This is what I mean. If we didn't make commitments like we do, like I said, I wasn't very motivated. We're wiped out from this week. That's reality. We're wiped out from the week. But how do we do it? Let's think about that. How do we do it? We woke up and I was like, you know what? Let's just get this done. We made a commitment. And that goes to the top. Then I start looking at the numbers and I'm like, oh, okay, now I'm excited. It's growing.
Meanwhile, I'm looking at the weather like, I know I got a lot to do and went for a ride yesterday, but the weather's looking great. Maybe we'll go for another ride today.
Are you really? Because earlier you said, I don't think I can.
I don't know if I can. I'm going to have to try.
We did 25 miles yesterday. That's probably why we're feeling like this. But thank goodness that we fueled up the way we did. We knew that this was a busy week. So people just want us to be real. Mm-hmm. You're watching us be so real right now. I really want to start over sometimes.
Gosh.
But we're going to keep on going.
Yeah.
We have been pounding the plants. I ate like 2 heads of broccoli last night. We've been drinking a lot of juices. We've been eating smoothies every day. It's been nonstop, the easiest, simplest food because we don't have time.
It's awesome. It's the best. It's the best top fuel to have.
Well,
Best
we've learned
premium.
to shift to it when things get tough and time, when we're running out of time, we don't think, oh, we don't have time. We think we have time to turn it up. We have a busy week.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to spend a half hour in the kitchen to make a bunch of juices so I know the nutrition is there while we're,
Well, it's teamwork for the dream work. We knock it out.
Oh, that was great. That was awesome.
I'm not always there for that, but washing half of it, getting half of that done. Mm-hmm. And then that's why we were at the store so many times this week. That's why
I
we
like fresh food.
Yeah, we just kept going. We went by bike. I went by bike twice this week to Myers.
Yeah, for broccoli.
That's why I had to go
times.
incognito. Oh my gosh, this is actually happening.
I'm not letting him in.
Okay, he's gonna. Oh, that scratching's got me clenching. Okay, so anyway, that's why I was incognito. That's why I said that week. It's real because you see what happens.
Wait, what? I was distracted by the cat.
There you go. I was like,
Oh, that was funny. We went to the store. You got your hat on. You got sunglasses and everything. You got to go incognito because just walk around. Hey, it's the plant lady. Somebody's got a question for you.
You see that happen.
I mean, 9 times out of 10. Yeah.
Somebody's going to stop me. But I have to set boundaries sometimes or else I'm never going to get done what I need to get done. Is he going to keep scratching like this?
He'll go away.
You're right, because every time we let him in, he's just going to let him out.
Yeah. So I'm
consistent. We're just going to keep on going. This is what it's all about. So yeah, getting through the store can be a little hectic sometimes.
Yeah.
And I love people. but sometimes I just want to get through the store.
Yeah, I've seen some things though. Some people come up to you just out of the blue. You don't even notice. This old lady comes up to you. I remember. She's like, my husband's having a real hard time in the bathroom. He's been constipated for years, and do you just know what to get? I mean,
I'm not laughing at her.
No. It's just amazing.
I can't believe my life.
If there was somebody to ask how to do it in the most natural, healthy way, it would be you. So how do these people are attracted and they know?
What? Oh, how about when I'm just walking in the door?
I mean, it's like
one guy.
freaking the birds and everything like Snow White. You just
No.
they come to you. It's great.
It's because I get stopped right at the door.
Oh yeah, you can't even get in the place. You got
He's got
the greeter dude. Hey, what about this vitamin or this supplement? Hey, I heard about this.
get in class. Get in
Yeah,
here and you
yeah,
can ask
get
me
in
all the questions you want all day long because the more people
exactly.
ask these, the more you hear other people doing it, that's what makes it even more doable.
Yeah, yeah.
The more people hear you doing it, not just me, it's like I always say too, the same thing. Let me just tell everybody this story. So every time I walk in this guy, he is just, it's why I wore the hat. I was just like, oh my gosh. He is stopping me, asking me some very serious questions
Yeah.
about every vitamin, every mineral. And every time he asks
Every
me
supplement
something,
he hears.
it's what's trending.
Oh yeah.
So I know he's just sitting on YouTube and he's watching like, you should be drinking vinegar two
What do you
times.
think about ivermectin?
Yeah, just
It's like, whoa,
everything.
dude, where are we at?
Well, so the first response I always have to somebody, do you know what it is?
Get in class.
No.
Huh.
Are you eating animal?
Yeah, what is it? Oh yeah,
I
that's the first
that's
question.
it. That's the first thing I'll ask everybody. So if you have a question about anything that you're doing, the first thing I have to ask in all seriousness is,
Yeah.
are you eating animals? Because if you're eating animals, that should be the number one thing you should do to
Yeah.
improve your health.
There's no supplement that's going to override that fact.
Let's talk about that.
Seriously.
So if you're questioning anything along those lines, the first thing I'm going to ask you is, are you eating animal for heart disease, diabetes, for overall health, to lose weight? Are you eating animal? Because if you are, that's going to be the first thing I'm going to tell you to stop. Not because I think it's cool, okay, or better for the animals or better for the planet, which it is, but evidence shows us time and time again.
But that's where your chronic disease and whatever you're searching for help for, that's usually going to help the most, the quickest, the healthiest way.
People get so distracted with all the marketing and the gimmicks and the consumerism and all that stuff.
yeah.
And there's no money in getting people healthy.
No, there's not.
And I'm over here telling you the best way, evidence-based, the only proven way to reverse disease,
Well, plus
diet
we're
and
doing
lifestyle.
it. We're not just telling you, hey, this is what
Yeah.
this is what you need to do.
Yeah,
It's
we're
more
kind
of, we're doing it. Check it out. This is what we're doing.
That's why they
It
call
works
me
fantastic.
that's why they call me a plant interventionist. I'm coming
Yep.
in there and I'm telling you straight. I don't have time.
No.
That's part of why I have all this time.
Mm-hmm.
I started setting boundaries. I'm not going in there and trying to explain anything to him. I just come right out and say, and to everybody, do you eat animal? And then they look at me and I say, okay, well, that would be the first thing I would do if you want to improve your health.
Yeah.
But people stop me. They ask me all kinds of questions. I love when people ask me what's for dinner and I say, come to class and
What
I'll
do you
show
think about celery juice?
And I think it's a waste of time.
Yeah, you should eat all the celery.
Yeah, there's more to it than I think celery juice is great with everything else
Yeah.
that you eat and making the change. People are realizing in the group. This is what it's all about. Saturday was all about, the Saturday support group was just a flip of the switch to like a whole bunch of people.
Yep.
This is not a diet
Member
anymore.
after member after member, you hear them.
It's a lifestyle. I'm freed from dieting. I'm freed
awesome.
from this stuff. Like I just realized this is just fuel. Keep it easy. Once you get all those nutrients in that they're learning to do over here from the Eat Your Plants Off classes, it's like it starts sparking it all. How do we do it? We're eating our plants off ourselves.
Just
We know that that's what works to be able to accomplish stuff. And I just said, like, setting boundaries. A lot of people, I was a big people pleaser before.
yeah, you were. Yeah.
And I would never be here if I was still doing stuff like that. And I hear a lot of people get caught up in that. And we all do it. Who doesn't want to be liked and loved?
Oh, exactly. We all do.
But how do we draw the line?
Right,
What
how
do we,
do you-
because I love helping people. I love helping people. I love helping people. I mean, that's just, I've been doing that
You've
my whole
always
life.
done
Yeah,
that,
I've
yeah.
always done that. You need me to,
But now it's different.
there's a difference.
Now it's a big difference.
What do you think is the biggest difference?
Well, I think the biggest thing is you used to help people all the time. You love to do it. It's coming from your heart, but it was kind of more of dealing or not taken away. You don't have to deal with your stuff. You're helping others, somebody else. So you don't have your stuff to think about.
Oh,
I mean,
that's it.
That was it.
is, you just described it in a nutshell.
You were taking care of everybody else so much you didn't have time to take care of you. But really, you just, whatever it was, you didn't want to take care of.
I was
So you
running
were
from my
distracting.
problems.
Yeah,
I was running from my
Well,
problems.
that's an easier way to say it.
I was running from my problems, and so many people do.
Yeah. And it's like just, it happens.
It was easier for me to go take care of other people's stuff or to be funny for other people or to cheer everybody up or to, you know, it. But that's not the way this works anymore. I can't believe he's still going. Do you think they can hear that?
Maybe.
Should we try it again? You can tell what kind of you can tell how I am.
He should just jump in my lap.
I know, he should be cool. Well, you guys, this is our podcast today. Look at now he doesn't want to come in. Oh my gosh. Okay, here he comes. That's it, Axel. You're done. Grounded. Now you know what he's like during my calls. Oh, he's seriously looking back at the door.
Now he's worried. Oh, don't
Come on.
lock me in. Don't lock
We don't want it open, man. We don't want it. Axel, come here.
What are you doing, dude? He's just such a freak right now.
I don't know what's going on. He's going to have to relax.
Yeah.
So where were we? Setting boundaries, people
Yeah.
pleasing. I
Yes,
mean,
yes.
people pleasing, it's prioritizing other people for,
Well, it was for the wrong reason.
it was for the wrong reasons. I have a cookie analogy for this.
Oh, yeah. Lay that on me.
So, like you said, I love helping people.
Mm-hmm.
I love doing all that stuff. So how do you differentiate? How do you know? Are you people pleasing or are you just being a good person? So a lot of people right now are probably thinking what I was, when I first started learning about like you're a people pleaser, I was like, hey, you don't say that,
Yeah.
but there's reasons why we
being
do
nice.
it. And it's
Yeah.
not, there's a difference. You can be doing stuff and doing it healthy, or you could be doing stuff and burning yourself out and not taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
There's a good way to look at it.
The cookie, though, that's.
The cookie analogy. So what that is it's like if you have all these cookies and there's so many cookies and you can give them away and they're vegan cookies, of course.
Oh, yeah, you know it.
Why would I even say anything else? So let's say you have all these cookies. It feels nice to give away all these cookies. You got plenty for you. You're giving them out to everybody. It's not impacting you. You know what I mean? And you have the ability to say, "I'm done giving out cookies." There it is, right there. That's that's being just a good person and not people pleasing. People pleasing is when you've got some of these cookies. You don't even have cookies.
You
and
don't
you're
even have time to make cookies.
and
but
you're giving the cookies away, telling people, I'll be there with the cookies tomorrow at 3. I'll be there to help you tomorrow. And here you're hungry. You haven't even eaten any cookies.
And you
You're
should
burnt
eat
out.
something else before the cookies.
Well, of course, but that's people pleasing when you're burning yourself out and you're not even taking care of yourself. And that's what the switch is over here. People are getting really self-aware of that. They hear me talking about it.
Well, yeah, it's all like you got to take care of yourself, really. And it's not being, I don't know, it's being responsible. It's not being, what do you say, It's not, you're not being mean taking care of yourself first. It's
You're
responsible.
being responsible.
Yeah,
Taking care of yourself is responsible.
Yeah.
If you want to the best way to take care of everybody else is to take care of yourself. And that was not an easy concept for me to grasp. I was like, what are you talking about? But think about this. I think I have more free time than before.
Right.
Is that
No, I do.
do you see that with me? Mm-hmm. Because I said it and I'm like, I know I'm very busy and I know I'm doing a lot of things, but I also think I have more free time than ever.
You do.
My free time is riding my bike,
A hard time before you were just booked with a doctor appointment or
true.
a kid thing or whatever. And it was like,
Everybody was sick.
how do I pull myself up out of this?
I spent a lot of time.
And you show up with a smile every day, ready to kick ass. And it's just amazing. And now it's like you're taking care of yourself and you don't have all that other stuff. The kids are grown now, that part of it.
Well, I still drop everything for them.
Nothing. Of course, definitely. Oh, you need to move? See ya.
I couldn't do that
I'll
at
rearrange
54
my
years old.
appointments. No.
Before, I couldn't do that. I'm 54 years old and I was carrying the stuff up, dealing with it. I couldn't walk upstairs before.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Anyway.
You're crushing it now.
People pleasing is saying yes when your body's screaming no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And setting those boundaries is honestly how we're able to, and eating well, and our own support group is awesome to have together. we're there inspiring them. Like, if we can do it, you can do it too. That's the reality of it.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You're so distracted with him.
I'm just making sure he's just chill now. This is great. But it's important. I
He's
mean,
he's distracting us.
he's chill now.
Okay, good.
Now
Oh
he's
my
late.
gosh,
The
he's
the main thing is
ruined.
you changed from you've changed
Ruined.
from yeah, right. You have changed from the people pleaser for the wrong reason kind of a thing to you're helping people because you're in the healthy spot where you can do that. Where you love doing it. This
I
is the
love
best.
doing this more. This is
Yeah.
easier to do. I've learned to set boundaries, and that is not always easy to say no or I can't, and that's what this is about, is teaching people to become self-autonomous.
I got to tell you, a big thing of
Please.
what even at a certain point of starting with the coaching and helping people and stuff, it felt like holy cow, you're spreading yourself thin. There's a lot.
I was at first.
But you've really got to dial in to not just our cooking class. I call it our show, but
Well, it is.
but you have the group coaching that you do. On Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, you got the grocery haul. Saturdays are
Mondays,
support group.
it's
Like
wait, Monday motivation, Tuesday grocery haul,
oh yeah,
Wednesday class, Thursday thrive.
Thursday thrive.
Sometimes I
Yes.
come in on Fridays live. I am monitoring the group all day long. I'm very involved.
Yeah.
It isn't all day long. I do
No.
have time blocked out. So
Oh,
I
exactly.
do
Well, what I was saying is, yeah, you've learned, you've done
Saturday
this, you've
support
created all these
blocks.
blocks of like a group coaching type of thing where they get
Mm-hmm.
some direction and then plenty of time to ask questions and whatever you need, you're there.
Yeah.
Because you can't just go individually with every person in the
Well, I
community.
realize everybody's got the same issues.
Right? Let's put them all together and it's really
Everybody has the same issues. They're living on an
exactly.
old operating system that's telling them that this is a diet and that they have to cut calories and that they have to cut back on food. And we still see that happening. And that's why this group is so amazing. So everybody's living on an old operating system, and the doctors are telling them don't eat, you're not going to get enough protein when they don't even know that protein comes from plants. It's
Right.
just you're getting old information into an old operating system. And we have done some serious upgrades over here. This is
Yeah.
not just about the diet. What I've learned over the past 10 years of coaching people is that it's an old operating system. We have these limiting beliefs that we have to cut calories, that we have to stay away from carbs. It is not uncommon. In the beginning, everybody would well, that's why we're doing the Eat Your Plants Off classes. It only reinforces we really have to eat more food. And what I'm teaching is how to eat your plants off.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I did talk a little bit about oil this week because, it's talked about a lot. And I'm going to say this here. I also did it in the group coaching.
Yeah.
I showed 1 tablespoon of oil is 13 grams of fat. And that eating a whole tray of food, it was like 5 sweet potatoes, 2 heads of broccoli, a head of kale, 5 bananas,
Cup and a half
10
of cooked rice.
it was all
It
this
was
stuff,
just-
and it
you
only
couldn't eat it
reached
all.
10 grams of fat, and it was loaded in fiber. And when you put that in your body, and your metabolism is like,
That is
that's
premium
how
fuel.
we do it. I'm not messing around with the oil because I'm getting all these natural things in my nuts and I use flaxseed every single day. So we're getting all those things in, and that's why I'm so adamant with all the years I've worked with people. We need premium fuel.
Yeah.
We need to change the operating system of just a little bit.
Right. And yeah, you want
Just
to
a
burn
little
as much
bit
as
is
you
how-
can. Premium fuel,
Yeah.
you just fill the tank and
As soon as you say just a little bit, our
keep
brain
it
is
topped
wired.
off. Yeah.
But if people hear me say, Stephanie said just a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
our brain is wired to only hear that. And
See,
you'll hear it every day. Oh, she said a little bit, so I'm just going to have a little bit here.
the whole thing is the calorie, in a calorie deficit or not even that, but reduced calorie stuff. The whole point of that, because normally people are eating 3,500, 4,000 calories of shit food from the drive-through. Okay, let's just get real.
They don't
And
realize
it
that
doesn't fill your tank
because
with the
it's such a
nutrients
small
you
amount
need.
of food.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And once you fill it with the right fuel, you feel fantastic.
How are we doing what we're doing? We changed our fuel and we changed our operating system.
Change your fuel, change your life.
We're not scrolling. We're not doom scrolling. We're not hanging out complaining about how we feel so crappy. That has all been reframed as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're in watching you make that shift has been awesome too. You know,
I'll just tell you, it's just like easier.
Please do.
It's easier for guys. I see it with couples that are, where she's lost, 15, he's lost 30. Because guys just eat.
I think that's
We just
what it is.
eat. There's no reduction of calories. We're not thinking about that. We're thinking about, oh, wow. And all my food tastes like the other food I used to eat. Same seasonings. I make it all taste the same. So it's real easy
You made
to
those
eat my plants off and crush.
for those fish sticks,
Right? I'm working on fish sticks.
not fish sticks,
No.
but we like we like flavor.
Yeah, but they're almost like
Can you believe
fish
this
sticks.
guy?
Yeah,
He needs his own show.
he needs his own little cat door. He needs his own microphone.
So he would be like, "Watch these guys drop everything for me. They're full of." Oh, he's grabbing him. There he is. There he is. Oh my goodness. Not always motivated, but committed. See, this is the. This is, and then I didn't get good sleep last night.
Yeah, wow. How come?
Well, I did I did the thing that I tell people not to do.
Yeah,
Don't eat before bed. But
Right.
it was after that ride and I know what I'm doing. I'm human. I know it, but I was like, I'll just have a couple grapes.
well, then you should think about me more often because that's all that was left was a couple grapes.
I ate all the grapes. I
And then
paid
I was
for
like,
it.
haha, you're going to be up peeing all night.
I was. It was like my bladder was like, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Get up, get up, get up.
That's all night. I wrecked it, but I did. I was worth it. Those grapes were the best. That's why I couldn't. I just was like, I'm going to keep eating them. And I did 25 miles. And I know I didn't even get enough in probably on accident, not on purpose. We were
yeah.
chugging juices. We were chugging smoothies. I ate so much broccoli. Then I ate, should I just say
I
all the
had
stuff
so
I
many
ate yesterday?
mandarins. I had
Let's just say what we ate. People always say, well, could you do what you eat in the day? And this is why I don't want to do that. There is no one day that's this is not, how do I say this?
I don't know, but
I want you to make your own day. It's not about what I eat. My
Yeah.
point of telling you is how much I'm getting in. What did I eat? So much. I probably had like 4 bananas yesterday,
Oh, easily.
5 mandarins, 6, 10,
Yeah, at least 10.
2 heads of broccoli, a couple cups of kale, a couple cups of frozen triple berry.
Yeah.
There was
Geez,
some.
we had orange juice, so right there you had, a few banana or a few apples. You had
In the juice we made on top. That's
so you
right.
had like a pound and a half,
I think I ate a whole bag of grapes.
couple pounds of carrots in your drink. Not the fiber part.
What did
in
we
our
bring on our
juices.
bike ride?
Juice,
Juice.
bananas. We didn't even get to the apples. I had so many mandarins. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we were just filling up our bag with juice and sweaters. It's that weather where it's like, is it sweater weather or is it going to be like t-shirt weather?
Sweater with.
So half of our bag is filled up with food. The other half is one of ours is filled up with food, and the other ones is filled up with clothes.
Yeah.
Because we don't know if we have to do like a strip show out there, if we got to like layer up like the
Right.
Christmas story.
Well, then my bike has the pannier or something like that. That's called where the sides drop down.
Yeah.
And we stuff it with mandarins and broccoli and.
That's how we do it. See what I mean? That's why we stopped. Oh, and I had the potatoes and the carrot thing that was great.
Yeah, that was good.
Little mini carrot dogs that don't have cancer. That's what I mean.
Cancer-free carrot dogs are awesome.
People were. I love when people really make that connection of, wow, I didn't realize that hot dogs are a carcinogen,
Yeah, like
and so is
in
meat
the same
and
class
burgers and chicken,
as what is that stuff?
asbestos,
Asbestos.
and cigarettes,
Yeah.
and they're selling them.
So processed meat is
And why is everybody ignoring that?
hot dogs, lunch meat.
Because it's not it's not coming out of the TV.
No.
If it was coming out of the TV, more people would stop
You can't pay
buying them.
enough to put out a commercial like
I
that.
would never be able to do it.
They won't
I would
allow
need
it.
every, yeah, you're right. Where's the commercials that say that eating these processed meats are carcinogens? The same as asbestos and cigarettes, and people are, it's like holidays are coming up.
Yeah, don't wait for the label. The meat, it's not good for you
This is just,
in so many ways, not just clogging your arteries and everything.
it's just, we want more people to get healthy. We want more people to feel better. We want more cats to not come in here. I can't believe
He
it's
can
happening.
push the door open. I left it
So
unclipped.
we're just going to keep on going. We're going to keep on
I'm
going.
going to keep on going with
People
my
pleasing,
Plantspiration
by the
mode.
way, here's another way to explain it. People pleasing, it's when you stop checking in with what you want. You know what I mean? I couldn't do all this stuff and schedule it. Like I live in schedule on time. Everything is, I'm very organized with my time, I guess I would say. When I have downtime, I have downtime. I disconnect. The phone has to be on, do not disturb, or else it'll just, I won't get anything done. That's why I had to learn to set those boundaries. So if you have trouble getting anything done, I can tell you right now, put your phone on silent. You'll get something done. You know, set it for let your kids, or if you're something emergency, you can set it
Yeah,
to where
those still come through.
they'll still come through, but I have to shut it off. But and in the same sentence, I also have to structure to make sure that I do take care of the things I need to take care of. So everything is very color coded and structured for me, I guess.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. You do. I see how you're crushing it. Hey,
Well, we have
this
another
works.
busy week again too. I have to get my license. I know we're in the middle of doing home reno. We're about to figure out when that's going to start. So that's why it's like this today. It is not always we're not always motivated, but we're committed, and that's what keeps getting us in here week after week.
For sure.
That's the truth to how we're doing it. And we're in here at the earliest we've ever been in our life. And all the 6 months, the 27 episodes, which, by the way, let me quick give you some, speaking of motivation.
Sure, yeah, I'm telling you, I'm just so glad that you guys are crushing it with
We've got
us.
another busy week, and we can't wait to talk about it. Our birthday is next week. What?
Yeah, it
Why
is.
did you sigh like that?
Just messing around.
You don't like it?
No, I think it's great. Yeah, no, it's great. Our birthday's next week, and this is awesome.
It's just a... Okay,
I
so
think it's great.
let me give you these
I'm gonna
numbers,
be
by the way.
58.
That's what I mean. I think you
don't
look
feel like it.
fantastic.
Thank you. You do too.
Thank
look
you. I'm
great.
going to be 54.
I'm telling you, I feel, I don't know, half my age or whatever.
I mean, my knee's hurting a little bit from yesterday and from sitting like this, but other than that,
I don't
compared
hurt
to
at
where,
all. I'm being dead serious.
see what I mean? It's a big difference. I used to go up and down my stairs once a day, you guys. I couldn't leave the house. I was blowing mud.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
We're talking about
I
like how
didn't
we're
even
in
think
here.
about
I
that.
couldn't even get through a podcast episode before I would be in the bathroom.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Those are some shitty times.
IBS is no joke.
No, it's not.
Diverticulitis is no joke. It would be sick.
It's like
I was
I would
sick.
have a half-hour ride to work. Am I going to make it?
Am
or
I
am
gonna
have to
make
stop
it?
to take a shit?
Jeez, there it is. Real talk.
That's real
That's what
talk.
we're in here talking about is our life before was crappy.
Serious, and it sucked. I'm
I'm
laughing
not-
about it now, but it's not.
It's not
At
funny.
the time, I'm like, oh,
And I would be
no.
so sick.
I bet you I had Crohn's.
It was-
Isn't that where you're like,
Yeah,
it's
that's
bad.
that is definitely a difficult one. But again, people with going.
I just thought it was
plant-based.
normal. I never went to the doctor. Hey, I'm like practically shitting my pants when I go out to eat. Is that an
It's
issue?
happened. It's happened. Like that's what was
this
going
one
on.
restaurant, I was like, the first time there, I was like,
John, look at
I'm not going to find the fucking
Look at-
bathroom in
there's so many commercials for undergarments for this, and it's
Yeah.
getting normalized.
Holy
Look, think
cow.
about it. I mean, true. Right now, it is. He's laughing, and it is
I know,
funny.
but I'm
in,
thinking about the seriousness.
we
Of
wouldn't be
course, I
laughing.
can now.
Yeah,
But God, that's terrible. That's terrible. I'm telling you, I
lot
forgot
of-
about all that. We started eating plants, and I just feel fantastic. No more dairy. No more nothing. Like
think about it.
amazing. Half my
There's a bunch of people listening that's relatable to,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what we're saying. Is it is funny now, but we were laughing then with ourselves too. By the way,
I'm laughing
we-
at myself.
now
I'm
I'm just like,
not
wow.
anybody going through it now.
and people think that we're depriving ourselves or we're depriving our kids by doing this.
No. What?
Well, because I had a kids class this week, and then somebody's
Oh,
always like, well, I don't want to force my kid to wear their seatbelt, to, to put their helmet
to
on.
be safe. Yeah. No,
You know
that's,
what I mean?
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what hit me that day when I was like, what? This stuff causes cancer?
Yeah, right. And we made some delicious foods that people were like, listen, I don't even have kids, but I want to make these food.
They show it's true. They were mini tacos.
Oh, yeah.
We made
We made chicken tendies, man.
those were the best.
So chickpea tendies, I
They
should
were the
say.
best. But that's what I mean.
Popsicles. Mm.
People are getting aligned. They're making those healthy choices mentally, physically. It's the reality is this is where people are learning how to make it stick and how to stay. This isn't a diet. This isn't a quick fix. And when we made that connection, that's how we started really identifying with, well, no wonder we're making all these changes because I'm allowed to be proud of myself. I'm allowed to take care of myself. It's responsible to take care of
Yeah.
what I need to do, the exercise, the food. I had to set boundaries in order to make this stuff all happen.
It's really weird because you feel like you don't have time, but once you make time for yourself, it seems like you end up with more time and you're doing these things that you should do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I have to schedule my bike ride, and you see me get up early to do stuff like that. You see me, well, I'm going to get the dishes done. I reframe and the reward for everything is what it is. Instead of looking at the bike ride like, oh, I got to get on the bike and exercise.
Oh, no. Oh,
You
God, I look
see
forward
me,
to it.
yeah.
Jeez, are you kidding
We
me?
get like an adrenaline rush when it
Seriously,
starts going. See,
gosh.
are we going? We're going today.
Maybe.
What would make it a yes?
I don't know. If I open a pool a different day.
We could open it a different day.
Yeah.
We could do it a different day.
Yeah, we can.
Taking care of other people causes stress. See what I mean? Taking care, worrying about everybody else is also stress. Increases cortisol. You know what I mean? You start stressing out when you're trying to deal with other people's stuff. So there's that hard part of you're in this moment right here, right now. Not too stressful, but for us, this is a mini one of those moments of, I know you want to go on a bike ride because,
Oh, yeah, because it's freaking awesome and I feel great.
and it's the weekend and we don't get
Yeah.
a lot of time to do this stuff together, but you
The
do
weather's
have.
lined up. It looks like.
So I'll say to you, and I mean this, do you want to go because you want to go for you, or do you want to go
right.
because of
That's what she
me?
does. I'm
Well,
like,
it's the
yeah,
truth.
well, I guess I'm a people pleaser because I should get the pool open and do all these things, but I
How could
want to
we
go on a
make it?
ride.
How could we get it all done?
I want to go on.
What
a
if I helped you with that?
That's awesome. I can't even. I was thinking about. I remember opening the pool before plants, and I was like, oh, just doing that, I was achy for days.
You were done for days.
Just bending down, doing all the things for the winter cover, and jeez, dude, it was like a workout. Now it's like I'm thinking about doing it. Had a ride yesterday, maybe another ride today. Probably another ride today. It's gonna be really nice. So
I'm going to make it happen.
who am I kidding?
Well, it's because it feels good. We did have energy afterwards, and then we could go get more broccoli.
Oh gosh,
Would
yeah.
we need more broccoli?
Yeah.
I
need more
just
flax
love the
seeds, too.
broccoli. Well, broccoli is just, I love it.
It's awesome. It's fiber, it's protein. It's
So if you're listening, let me quick
crusty.
just tell you how I get everybody to eat the heck out of broccoli. It's going to be a tablespoon of toasted sesame seeds. So if you don't have toasted, then throw them in a little pan, heat them up, toast them up. And if you are lucky enough to find them in the store, they do have a container of toasted sesame seeds, usually over in the Asian section. So you take a tablespoon of sesame seeds, toasted sesame seeds, and about an eighth teaspoon of salt. Iodized salt would be what I would recommend.
Yes.
And you're going to blend that in a coffee grinder. But I like to quadruple the recipe. I use 4 tablespoons of toasted sesames to about
Maybe a quarter.
salt. It
Yeah,
goes.
you don't want to double the
It's
salt.
so salty. If you go over it, you could almost put in 4 tablespoons and the eighth teaspoon of salt and just be done, to be fair. Because you're going to love it. You sprinkle it over whether you're steamed cauliflower, broccoli, maybe you've baked it, you throw it over that.
Oh
It's
man.
delicious. And it's incredible for you. So I don't want to
Yep.
go all
Yep.
off on the nutrition aspect of it.
Well,
That's on
and
Wednesday,
you got
but
using the iodized salt, like you said. I mean, you should have iodized salt. That's where you get good thyroid function. I mean, we need iodine for our
and we
thyroid,
need
so get on that.
broccoli, sulforaphanes.
Yeah.
Broccoli's so high in fiber. It helps like get excess estrogen out of the body. I mean, it helps fight cancer. It helps heart disease, diabetes. It's so everybody's raging over the broccoli right now because when somebody's using it in food as medicine ways and just pounding it, their numbers are going down. They're feeling better. They're
For
coming
sure.
back. They're talking about it. More people are eating broccoli. More people's numbers are going down. See how this works over here?
Heck yeah, right here. Is that why broccoli prices are up?
No, are they?
Just kidding.
I don't notice because our grocery bills are still
Cheap.
half of what they would have been before. We're
Yeah.
still not spending now what we did before.
For the nutrient and protein and calcium content and everything per like against meat or whatever and the
Doesn't.
health benefits. I mean, there's no you don't even it doesn't even
There's no
matter.
comparison when you look at the science.
That's
Plant
it.
protein, vitamin C.
And you will crush
You'll
it.
get all these things from plants, but come in on Wednesday night to our class and you'll
Yeah.
learn how to actually make it work.
Right.
So
And
that's,
ask the questions that everybody wants to know.
people are always messaging, I need to get started and I need to do this and I need to do
Yeah.
that. That's the old operating system. I need to get a recipe. I need to get a plan. I'm going to tell you what, if you want to change your life, you need to show up,
Yeah. For
get in the
you.
group, get in our membership. There's an amazing Facebook group of people crushing it right now. There is no questioning what we could eat in here. It's just, this is crush mode. It is crush mode. People are exercising. People are getting better sleep. People are having more stress management tools. They're more mindful. They're just progressing and they're coming in and they're saying this stuff like, I don't feel like I'm dieting. And I know it's not all about the scale. Now I know the weight's just going to come
Now
off.
I
I needed to
understand.
work on this stuff and I needed to have this self-confidence. And I'm so proud of everybody.
Yeah, I'm proud of you too for learning all this and getting the education and teaching everybody this. I mean, it's amazing.
See how I
Seeing
did
the
that?
progress is awesome. And people are going from people pleasing to you got to start like pleasing yourself and taking care of yourself, and then you got more time for everything else.
Honestly, I wouldn't have believed that before, if I may say that.
It is
I
crazy.
honestly wouldn't have believed that because when you say this and when I'm always like, oh my gosh, I have all this stuff to do. In reality, I'm chilling.
Yeah.
I am chilling. I get my work done. I set my boundaries. And that is, I guess, one of the things that I think I've most improved. And I needed to, because if I wouldn't have set boundaries, if I wouldn't have been like, hey, I need to up my plants and I need to do this, I wouldn't be able to help all these people. I have to take care of myself first and set those boundaries, set those times, say no to people, unfortunately, that I have to say no to. And it isn't to hurt anybody's feelings, for goodness sakes. It's so that I could help more people.
Yeah.
So if you're not on board with here's where everybody's learning how to make the changes in here, because the togetherness of it is a big part.
Yeah, and definitely that's what you need with this support group. Because when you start doing this and really focusing more on yourself, you really kind of find out what friends are okay with that.
Yes.
Spending time on yourself, fixing yourself, working on yourself.
If they're not clapping, pay attention.
Yeah, if they're not clapping, yep.
I always tell people pay attention to who's not clapping.
Yeah.
And it's not in a mean way.
No, not at all.
If you don't have that support and that dopamine and that oxytocin going off, you're not going to reach your goals.
Right,
You know
but
what I mean?
when it happens, like it helps you, like proves your case. Okay, I really do need to spend more time on myself.
In going in that group and being there for the lives,
Yeah.
that's showing up. It's like the gym analogy I give people. You can join the gym, and that's where the gyms make the most money. I don't want it to be like that. I want people
No.
to show up.
Yeah, no doubt.
Like I want you to show up. You can join the membership and you cannot show up to anything, and then something is not changing. So
But there's so many opportunities here.
yeah, you can listen in to everything.
I mean, it's a small subscription or whatever you call it.
A month, yeah, for
per
the
month.
for all the things that come with it.
for all the classes, all the lives, all the support groups, anytime questioning, it's just amazing
Well, I found a way to be there
for more people.
for more people by following what we follow.
That's what we say. We want to be there for millions, for hundreds, not hundreds for millions.
True.
You know?
True. And we're having fun.
Yeah, we're just
Are we going for a bike ride?
sharing our life. Jeez Louise. I don't know. We have a health report to talk about.
Well, I think in time. I think in time blocks. That's why this works for me. And that's not easy for John, by the way. I'm
No.
always like, what time are you going to be done? What time are you going to start? What time are you going to be here? What time? That is kind of I'm trying to tone it down. But because I'm always looking for when I can block out my free time and how much of it I get.
When I get home, block it out.
That's not how this works because you get home and you go to work.
Not always.
Not always.
But
True.
I got to have my downtime.
I think in time and schedule.
Watch my shows.
Yeah, what show do you want? What show do we watch? Why don't we tell them what our
The
favorite show
boat
is?
show.
We like the boat show.
Below Deck. That's what it
All
is.
the below decks. That is.
It's just
Why do we like it so much?
watching other people. I enjoy watching drunk people. Actually.
That's what you like, that part?
Just
Wow.
they're crazy.
That's-
Whether it's the guests or the crew, something's happening, some drama's going on, but everybody's.
I'm going to write down
people
what I
having a
like and
good
you're going to
time.
guess it.
Oh, you need to write it down?
Yeah, I'm going to write
not
down.
a magician. To be
No,
like,
hold on. I'm going to see if you do know. We'll do some
I
Johnny
don't.
Carson right
I
now.
don't know. I don't know.
You don't know what I love about it? I've even said it. Oh, I say I like the way that they move. I like the way that they do stuff. I love watching
Maybe it's the organizational skills.
kind of, but what's the structure?
What do you mean? The hierarchy?
The team leadership. Like I love the way that they manage the team leadership
Okay,
roles.
yeah.
I guess that's what I love. So that's what I wrote down. I was just trying to
What
play
did
a
you
game.
write down? Team leader.
Team leadership.
Team leadership.
I like the organization, I guess.
Some of them are team leadership because they're not good at it.
And it's
We've
entertaining.
seen
It's
that.
just entertaining.
Yeah, it
It's what I call brain bleach.
Yeah.
And
But-
Teen Mom. I'm going to just throw that out there. So you can go ahead and think whatever you want, but I've been watching them for 16 years. And when I watch it, it's brain bleach. It's me not thinking about when I tell somebody, hey, you need to take some time for yourself. And sometimes doing nothing is something. This is what I'm talking about in that area.
That's deeply unplugged.
And it's been around for such a long time. God, I just let that out of the bag.
Definitely.
Well, whatever.
Who's this?
I have to have that downtime.
Who's this Plantspiration Health Report brought to you by?
Plantspiration Health Report is brought to you by Myers. Myers brings in fresh produce every single day. We would like to say shout out to Larry, the produce guy, and everybody in there keeping that wet wall so nice. Our kale has been phenomenal. The broccoli has been on point. The apples have been awesome, and the grapes are coming back up. I read that the grapes are a little behind the organic grapes.
Yeah, they got frosted or whatever.
Something.
Whatever happened to
Is that what you read?
Yeah.
I didn't read that.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on.
Anyways,
So last week we came in at 1,692 pounds. People are reversing disease, tumors, all kinds of stuff. John, you're smiling. What's this about? Tell me.
I don't know.
What?
It's just nothing.
What is, wait.
Wait. Should we just talk about people?
What? What happened?
I don't know. I don't know what. I wrote this down. This is good notes. Let life be what you do and not what happens to you.
Wow.
Isn't that deep?
That
Oh my
is
God.
deep.
These thoughts by Jack Handy or whatever.
What do you call them?
What do you mean?
Oh, no, that's when you say I'm Johnson trading.
Yeah, let me Johnson trade on this. Don't find the excuses that steal your life.
What is going on? Are we doing a health report? Or are
Yeah,
we
our
doing a
health
Johnson
report.
tradition motion?
It's awesome. No, people are their sleep habits are improving. They're calmer, improved
See what I'm
anxiety.
talking about? Mm-hmm. They're learning.
They feel so good, more energy, more than they ever remember. Teachers passing up the treats this past week was
That's a big
Teacher
deal.
Appreciation Day.
They
and
came in here and talked all about how great they did. Let me tell you guys this. Life is going to keep lifing.
oh yeah,
Life is going to get lifey. There's going to be holidays every weekend. There's going to be events. There's going to be birthdays. This is never going to stop.
that's what I'm saying. It's what you do with your life. It's not. Don't let life be something that happened to you.
My phrase, if it doesn't evolve you, it doesn't involve you.
Yeah.
And these guys are over here thinking about that before they grab that stuff.
Yeah, they're going for the apple, for the fruit.
So
They're
what
bringing
else?
the good stuff.
We didn't do a good job getting the report out, did we?
The report went good. What do you mean?
Oh,
We're up from how much pounds? I can't read the board.
1,692.
We're up. Oh, that's 20 pounds. We're up to 1,712.
Seriously.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Yes.
All right.
Where's the
Yeah, baby.
claps, John?
I'm loving it. These
I've
guys,
been
they just crushing it.
I've been so busy. I wasn't paying attention to anything like that. So I'm super impressed. Look at that. And life is getting lifey for people. And people aren't dieting over here. They're actually learning how to nourish, to flourish, to achieve their goals. Because this isn't just about the food. I always get with people.
Yo,
When I meet with people, I say, things like, what brings you joy? What's your purpose? What's your why? Because if we don't have that,
yeah.
we don't have an itinerary.
Really, you don't know where you're going.
If we don't clean out the glove box, all these problems, and that glove box, by the way, you're avoiding cleaning it out by going and taking care of everybody else's glove box.
What's in the glove box? If you break it down to a nutshell, what's in the glove box?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
All kinds of stuff could be in the glove box. Stress.
I know. Oh, yeah. All of that stuff.
Childhood stuff like trauma. There could
The
be
hurt child is in the glove box.
a society, just at what people think about you. People pleasing's in there. Taking care. You're putting all this stuff in your glove box on hold because you're distracted by taking care of everybody else, and that's
I feel what's in the glove box is what happened to you.
most people.
You know?
A lot of stuff growing up. Yeah, we've got to kind of go through it and
Yeah.
figure it out.
No,
It doesn't always
yeah.
have to be bad. It could be different. It could
Exactly.
be, but we have to kind of go in there and figure out we got to organize those thoughts a little bit and stop distracting ourselves. And that personally is like how my biggest growth was, having to go and deal with all that stuff that I was running from and taking care of everybody else. When I was like, man, I need to take care of me. And that's what I get people to do, is take care of themselves.
That's awesome.
Right? I mean,
Yeah. That's exactly
what are you thinking? That's
you're
why I'm
doing.
asking you. Like, what
No,
are you
I mean
thinking?
it's just great. This is exactly what you did and what you're helping people to do. Exactly.
With these tools. So how do we do it? How do we keep on going when we're not motivated? Like this morning, I was like, "Phew, it's been a week and we got another week coming up. But you know what? This is helping people. This is exactly why I'm doing what I'm doing. Why we're doing what we're doing. Because we realize life is going to keep on lifing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's going to keep on going. So what are you going to do today? Are you going to put yourself first? Are you going to give out the cookies when you don't even have any cookies? Or are you going to take care of you?
Yeah.
That's how I want people to be going through this.
Yeah. I mean, and there are little things you can do. I mean,
Ooh, John came.
If
Look
you're
at John
always-
with the notes now. I love it.
if you're always like, yeah, no problem, I'll be there, I'll do it. Maybe sometimes instead of doing that, just be like, let me get back to you and I'll see
That's
if
a
I
great
could fit
tip.
it in.
That's a great tip because we both want to help people all
We
the
always
time.
want to help people, exactly. And sometimes like,
You're right. We both had to learn how to do that because we would do anything for anybody. We just like people. We like to be liked. We like all that stuff, but we had to have respect for ourselves first.
what's more important, really?
Yeah, we have to take care of our
What is
stuff.
more important, what you think about yourself or what people think about you?
What I think about myself.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to be proud of myself.
Yeah.
You're allowed to be proud of yourself. If you're listening here, this isn't about us. This is about sharing what has helped so much flip that switch to taking care of yourself, being responsible, and putting yourself first. If it doesn't involve you, it doesn't involve you. And that is how I kept on going.
Is that the jantra?
I guess that's a jantra. So with that, let's wrap it up and see if I can. Well, I guess you'll have to tune in next week to see if we did get another 20 miles in today. But I want you guys to eat your plants off. We thank you so much. Don't forget, every time you listen to this podcast, that money goes right back to helping other people. That's what we do. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, email us at team@Plantspiration if you want to check out a free class.
For sure.
And don't forget to
Eat your plants off.
thank you guys so much. We love you. Episode 27. It's a wrap.